Hey dudes, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, which is pretty much everybody because I just started this channel, my name's Kendra, and basically I make videos on whatever I feel like making videos about. I'm going to give you a tour of my tattoos because it's something that I get asked about a lot, and I suck at explaining things on the spot, especially if it's something that means a lot to me, because I'm not a word person, okay? I'm not good with words. And I do put a lot of thought into my tattoos before I get them, so they all do have pretty significant meaning. So the first tattoo that I ever got was when I was 17, and I did get it in a professional shop. So that quote says, "Tell them to look up, tell them to remember the stars. The stars are always there, but we miss them in the dirt and clouds. We miss them in the storms. Tell them to remember hope. We have hope." There is a non-profit organization called To Write Love on Her Arms. If you haven't heard of them, I greatly recommend you go look them up. Since I'm horrible with words, I will read this straight from Google. To Write Love on Her Arms is an American non-profit organization that aims to present hope for people struggling with addiction, depression, self-injury, and thoughts of suicide, while also investing in treatment and recovery. So there is a young lady named Renee Yohe who went through the recovery treatment through To Write Love on Her Arms, and there's been several books written about it, and I think there's a movie now. Yeah, there's definitely a movie. I haven't watched it. It came out like 3 years ago. But in one of her journals, she had wrote that, and that always stuck with me. So this is one of those things that I don't talk about, because I don't want people to think I'm like a sad person or worry or anything like that. But depression has always been something that I've dealt with since I was a kid. And when I was younger, it was much, much worse. When I was younger, it was pretty bad. This is like the 3,000th time I've tried to film this. I thought it would be easier talking about it alone in my room to a camera, but it's still difficult. I just held on to hope and always tried to see the positive in everything. And it's hard. It can be hard. But it's got me through everything. But that message is just what I always remind myself whenever I start feeling really down. Okay, that was difficult. I'm gonna move it along to the next one. Okay, so my next one is one that I got as soon as I turned 18. And it is the only tattoo that I have that I don't love. And I love it for the meaning and the memory. I mean, let me just show you. And I'm refusing to take this camera off the tripod because then I'll have to put it back on, and I don't want to. So I'm just gonna stand on top of this chair and hope I don't fall and hurt myself. But it's just a little bird in a bird cage and the Eye of Horus. So the Eye of Horus has like 10,000 bazillion, gazillion, dazillion meanings, but this is why I like it, okay? And it's all Egyptian mythology. But basically, there's this cool dude named Horus and this other dude named Seth got in this little tussle, okay? And then Horus ended up losing his left eye. And then this cool dude named Hoth came down and restored his eye. And Hoth was magic. Magic and wisdom. Yeah, that was his thing. So to me, it's a little bit of war, a little bit of magic, a little bit of wisdom. I don't know, that's it. That's all I got, okay? So I have this one. Also, the rest of them that I'm going to show you are by a tattoo artist named Megan Ortiz, and she's an absolute angel. I love her so much. She's so talented. And it is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd with a lotus flower. Basically, I got this when I was 20. And 20s are hard, okay? Like your 20s, like listen, I'm 24 now and it's been a roller coaster. Just wow. But I just lost a few people, and I remember having like a what even would that be? Not a quarter life crisis even. But I just remember having some kind of crisis and being like, wow, I really wish, you know, they were still around so that I could talk to them. And even if they didn't have an answer, I know that would make me feel so much better. And I just remember thinking about that so much. And then finally I just went and got it tattooed on me. Yep, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Okay, that's all. That's all the detail we're going with that one because I don't want to cry again, okay? I'm done crying. That one is from a painting by one of my favorite artists, Salvador Dali. Persistence of Memory is the name of the painting. I love it so much. And I have one of the little hands to the 3 and one of them just about on the 6. And I've just noticed how a lot of things happen that are good on 3s and 6s. But whenever I got that one, I was just getting out of a relationship with like my first real boyfriend. I moved in with this dude when I was 17. I was still in high school. Also, if you are a young girl out there, okay, if you're a kid and some older dude is trying to get with you, like some dude who's in his mid-20s to like late 30s, you need to analyze him, okay? Because there is a reason that girls his age do not like them, okay? And it just so happened that I'd stay in that relationship for almost 3 years. And then the relationship I had after that lasted for 3 years now. Oh yeah, Einstein. So, okay. Let me stand up on this chair again and not hurt myself. Einstein. Whee. Oh shit, okay. If you have followed me on Instagram or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know that I like to create. That is my thing. That is what I like to do. And I love to learn so much. I love learning, but I love learning because I like to see what I can create with the things that I have learned, what I can do with the knowledge, okay? But I'm kind of a nerd actually. Let me just show you, okay? Like, I'll be right back. Stay there. Okay, this is not even all of them. You would think your girl was a college student because I read textbooks for funsies. I do. I even have this one. It's from the 1970s and it's really cool. But this ain't even all of them. That's just some of them. So, a lot of them are psychology. I love psychology. I love science. But yeah, knowledge is important. You should learn as much as you can because material things can get taken away. Looks go all to shit when you get old, but no one can take away your knowledge. But also given that, I feel like we live in a society that almost puts it... Olive, stop, I'm trying to have a serious discussion. I feel like we live in a society that, for lack of a better term, has almost made us fear being wrong. But I feel like people are afraid to be wrong because wrong goes hand in hand with failure for some reason, and it keeps people from trying things. And we need people who are not afraid to be wrong, because if everyone was afraid to be wrong all the time, then we wouldn't have any cool new shit because everyone's too afraid to try anything. Because we don't want to fail. But that's like a whole life lesson in general, okay? Just because you do something and it doesn't work out doesn't mean you failed. Just now you know what doesn't work for you. You still learn something. But also, what I find inspiring about Albert Einstein is many people thought he was mentally challenged. I'm pretty sure I read that he did not speak until he was about 4, and then he had a lot of trouble reading in school. You just gotta be patient with yourself sometimes, and you gotta find your niche, find what you're good at, find what you're passionate about. So this is my most recent one. It's super pretty. I love it. Thank you, Megan. There's a lot going on there. I got a Russian doll and an eye and some lotus flowers and some cherry blossoms and some puzzle pieces. And then, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but through here it looks like it's put together with puzzle pieces. I'm trying to think of how to state this without sounding like a hippie, but I don't think it's possible, so I'm just gonna go with it. The puzzle pieces represent everything being connected. They're like everything's connected. Everything's just connected. But the Russian doll, to me, just symbolizes all these different versions of me in just one uniform structure, I guess is the best way I can describe it. And then I got the little eye because I feel like my eyes were really open to a lot of things last year. And then, of course, the lotus flower and cherry blossoms. I have the lotus flower there too. I didn't talk about that. So the lotus flower grows in really like muddy, swampy, dirty water, and it blooms up to the top and makes this beautiful flower. So my body is kind of like a journal. It is. It's a journal. Every year, well, there's been a couple years that I skipped because I was broke, okay? But for the most part, every year I get a tattoo that just kind of symbolizes something that's been heavy on my mind that year, or something that I'm trying to push through, or something that I want to remember. Also, obviously not sponsored because I have like 50 subscribers, but if Red Bull ever wanted to sponsor, I got you. I got you. Alright, that concludes today's video. That was a roller coaster of emotions. Wow, I am tired now. But if you like this video, you know, you could like it, you could hit the like button, or you could subscribe. And also, you should leave in the comments what your favorite tattoo that you have is, and if you feel comfortable enough, you should share the story behind it. And thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through this chaotic mess of a video, I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Bye.